Hello, welcome, guys. It's good to be back here on Facebook today. Please just give us a moment to tidy up some things. We're going to start in just some few minutes. Today, we'll be talking about how to create a loving relationship. And I want to invite everyone who wants to build a loving relationship to join us today because it's going to be an exciting and impactful session. If you know that you ever desire to have a loving relationship, whether you have one or not, or you're already having a relationship, but you would like it to be more loving, more beautiful, more nice, join us today. We welcome everyone to join us today. It's gonna be a great session. Um, yeah, and I'm here today with my beautiful wife, as you can see, always looking gorgeous. This is Mrs. Emilia Ndon, all the way from South Africa. She's a wonderful woman, and for me, she is a great helper. So we do this together, and she will be starting today with what we call the first level of a loving relationship. So today we're going to talk about four levels of building a loving relationship, creating a loving relationship. So please don't go anywhere. Share this with your friends. Invite your loved ones to come on board. We are about to start this. This is going to be a great, great, great show today. Join us, join us, join us. Invite others to join us. So we'll be starting in a moment now. We're talking about how to create a loving relationship. So I think it's time. It's 7 p.m. So, friends, you're welcome to today's broadcast on how to create a loving relationship. Listen, a loving relationship is not something that just happens, it's something that we create, it's something that we form, we build up. It's not something that you wish and it just happens. So, today we want to take you on a kind of step by step journey on how to create a loving relationship. And we have majorly four main steps on how to create a loving relationship, four main levels. And we hope that this will bless you. So I would like to welcome on board our wonderful relationship coach, Emilian Dunn, to share with us the first step or the first level to creating a loving relationship. You're welcome.
Thank you for the introduction. Good evening, guys. It's wonderful to be back. So, today we are unpacking how to create a loving relationship. And the first step to creating a loving relationship is communication. I believe that every great marriage or relationship began with communication.
Mm,
I mean, love can only go so far without communication. I don't know how that works. But I believe that every relationship began with communication, whether verbal or sign,
non-verbal.
non-verbal, sign language,
Mm,
letter,
mm,
text
mm,
message, WhatsApp, Facebook,
mm,
whatever it is, there was a communication.
mm,
And this is very vital because without communication, you can really you can't really get to understand or know a person. You can't get into their mind. You can't decode or detect or get the necessary information that you require. So communication becomes the bedrock, the foundation
Mm.
of any relationship. I believe before people got married, before people start relating, became best friend, or you name any kind of relationship, there was a communication. If it was
Mm.
a love relationship, romantic relationship, someone say, "Hi girl, how you doing?" Or someone check someone out, there was a communication. Someone spoke to you in a
Mm.
way that you loved, in a
Mm.
way that you felt
Mm.
respected, in a way that you wanted more, in a
Mm.
way that caught your attention, spoke to you in a way that you love, in a way that
Mm.
melted your heart and you wanted to hear more. So communication is very important, but where the challenge is that a lot of people began in communicating well. At the beginning of the relationship, the guy spoke to you in a way that you love, and the girl responded, I mean, in a way that he liked too, he loved. I mean,
Mm.
I know at this level somehow people don't really, they try to be the best that they could, so they spoke in their best possible manner, they brought out their A game, they spoke well, they communicated well. But the challenge in this is that after marriage, or after being in a relationship for a long time, people tend to take each other for granted, and they don't communicate the way they used to. And this is a problem, because anything you began by faith, you have to sustain it by faith. If you
Mm.
began in communicating well, the person knew you to be communicating well. If the person knew you from the beginning to be a nasty person, I mean, to just talk anyhow, I'm sure maybe the person will not really bother, will be used to it, will know by now, this woman, I mean, from day one, she was harassing me, or this guy shouted at me from day one. I mean, you don't have any problem. You wouldn't bother, because that's how you know the person to be. But
Mm.
if the relationship began in a loving way, in communicating and paying attention to each other, to what the person is saying, I mean, trying to understand where the person is coming from, and then all of a sudden there is change of plan, there is
Mm.
change in communication, then there is a problem. So
That's
it
true.
is vital that people stay consistent. Yes, we all make mistakes, but when you fall, rise. I mean, don't get too comfortable in your relationship that you no longer pay attention to how you communicate to your spouse. I mean, tongue is one thing that I've often heard people say, it has no bone, yet it can hurt you so deep, it can cut you so deep. I mean, words are one of those things that you cannot really get careless with, because once you let it out, you can hardly take it back. You
Mm.
can take it back somehow by saying, okay, I take it back, but people don't forget what you say.
Mm.
So it's very important that we speak to our spouse in a way that we will, spouse or whoever, I mean, your partner, I mean, whoever you are in a relationship with, that you speak to them in a way that you would like to be spoken to, in a way that you would want them to speak to you too.
Mm.
Don't get to that place where you no longer value each other, that you talk to each other anyhow. I mean, this is not going to help your relationship in any way. Respect each other, and if you truly do respect each other, it will show in a way that you communicate to each other.
Yeah, guys. So communication is very vital. In fact, I don't know any relationship that began without communication.
Certainly.
Whether it is a sign language, I've seen people just eye somebody like this and say hello, and the person understands that, oh, this person likes me or something like that. I've seen people give people sign language or something. People write a note to somebody, but there has to be communication. Listen, if you want to build a loving relationship, you have to give room for communicating, with the person you want to build a relationship with. Let your intentions be known. This is one of the errors I have seen in relationship. The error whereby people do not voice out what they
True,
want to
true.
see. You see, people come into a relationship and the other one thinks we are just friends, but the other one is very serious. The other one wants to take this to the other level. The other one wants to get married, but this one is just playing around. No, you don't have time for that. Make sure that your thoughts are known. hi, what is this? What are we? And also you meet somebody, hi, I want to get to know you. I like to, build something with you. What do you think? Speak to the person. And in communicating, please, when you have established a relationship with somebody, learn to ask all the questions you can possibly ask. Don't hold back. Don't say, oh, I don't want to do this, that. I understand the first time you meet a person, you want to get to know the person. You don't want to spill the beans, make everything go that way. But when you've come to realize that this is somebody I really have interest in, this is somebody I want to work with, it's time for you to open up and share your heart with the person and ask the person questions. I've heard some people say, listen, whatever you cannot change now, don't try to change it after marriage. Now, the thing is, whatever you do not understand now, you don't discover now from your partner. I mean, when you discover it after marriage, it makes little or no difference because there is little or much you can do at that
Sure.
time. So it is important that if you are dating somebody, please get to know the person, communicate, ask questions, share your heart too with the person. Don't be afraid because I see sometimes people try to hide things so the person doesn't run away. But the truth is, it depends on what kind of relationship you want. If you want to build a lasting relationship like marriage, you must be able to open up and share your heart. Because,
Sure.
hear me, whether you say it now or not, whoever you want to relate with will soon find out whatever you're trying to hide. Nothing is hidden under the sun. It will come out one way or the other. If you have a child, share it. If you have something that you know that is very challenging, it will cause problem in your relationship, talk about it. Find a way to share it.
Sure.
Especially if you're not married yet, share it. If that person is the right person for you, he or she will
We'll
stick
stay.
around. But if it's not, let the person go because the truth is the person will still find out and will still go. So it's better the person leaves now before the bus takes
Mm.
off,
Mhm.
than to leave by, the middle of the road. And for couples who have been married, please talk to your partner. If there is anything that bothers you, don't pile it up. Your partner is not the Holy Ghost to know what is in your heart. You have to share it. Find a way to share it. We've spoken about, some communication tools. One of these is to use the I word. Use the I word and express yourself. I feel this way when you do this. I feel unhappy when you do this. Let your partner understand your feeling. Don't just assume, that your partner should know what is right. I spoke to a client sometime, and then he said to me, sometimes my wife does something and I just look at her and I just think that she should know that this is not supposed to be done. She should know that this is not right. I said, how will she know? That's why she has you. She may think that this is okay for you. You have to say,
Because you haven't said anything.
yeah, honey, I'm not really, a fan of this. She keeps cooking you rice and rice and rice, and each time you get angry, but you've never told her, honey, this rice is not really my thing. Can you make some pap there on the side or something? And then, you bottle up these things and you get unhappy in your life, in your relationship. Friends, we cannot overemphasize the place of communication
Sure.
in a relationship.
Mhm.
It is very vital. You have to be able to express yourself and also get to know your partner through communication. I believe that communication is the best way to get to know somebody.
Sure.
Is either you ask questions or you share what is in your mind or you discuss something that can help the person open up for you to know the person, know the mindset of the person, the thoughts the person has, who the person is. You will easily know a person by communicating with the person.
Sure.
So communication level is the first level to creating a loving relationship. Communicate, communicate, communicate.
Sure.
Now, the second level is what we call understanding level. You see, it's not enough to just communicate. You have to learn to understand your partner. Because you see, the purpose of communication is to understand the person. It's not just to talk, it's not to tell stories. So when your partner is communicating, try to see if you can understand the mindset behind that communication. If you can understand the thought of this person, if you can understand, what makes up this person. And where you don't understand, that's where you ask question. Don't assume that this person is like this when you don't have the evidence. You don't understand that this person is like this. Don't assume. If there is anything that has misled a lot of relationship, is wrong assumption. Wrong assumption is like, for me, it's like a canker worm of relationship. It has destroyed a lot of relationship. Make sure that both of you are on the same page. For those who are not yet married, when you are communicating with somebody you like, somebody you want to build something with, make sure the person understands your intentions, understand what you want, understand the purpose of the relationship. Both of you should be on the same page. I have been around, someone who had a relationship, and then the lady thought the person was going to marry, he was going to marry her, but the person was just friends with the lady. Now, it became sour when the lady heard that, oh, this person wants to marry somebody else. It's like, what? And the truth is that she may not have asked the right question to understand if they are on the same page. Understanding is the bedrock of a successful relationship. For those who are married, please do yourself one favor. Try to understand your partner. Don't only want your partner to understand you. You see, the thing is that when we talk, we just want the person to understand me, understand me. But are you going to do the relationship alone? You also need to understand the other person. So you learn to talk and listen to understand the other person. That's how relationship is built. There must be understanding between both parties. So for those who are not yet married, endeavor to understand your partner. Now, I want to tell you the truth. You cannot, relate with somebody beyond what you understand about the person. You cannot. The rest will be wrong assumption. The rest will be a relationship that is not solid. So it's better to try to understand. Now, one of the ways to understand for me is that you can do your own investigation if you've not yet married. Yes, if somebody tells you that he's from Jamaica, and then but you find him here in South Africa and he doesn't even speak Jamaican, and it doesn't look like he's from there. You can find out. You don't just say, "Oh, he told me he's from Jamaica. That's it. So he's just Jamaica." It's not like that. Except you don't want to go further. Get to investigate. Get to find out this thing. Understand this thing. That so that your relationship will be based on what you understand, not hearsay. Not hearsay. Some people build their relationship with hearsay. I hear that he is that. I hear that she is like this. I hear she told me. Who told me? I told you. I don't believe in that. I believe in you getting to have the understanding yourself. That is very important. Understanding is one level of relationship you can't bypass.
It is so true. It's necessary to understand because you can only go so far without understanding. I mean, two cannot work together except they agree. How do
You
you
can only go
agree
so far with
with
understanding.
understanding? Sorry. I mean, how do you work together if you don't understand each other? You have to understand what you're about to do, what you are doing, where it's going. You need to have the understanding because if you're not on the same page, then you are not pursuing the same thing. You're not doing the same thing. I mean, like you're talking about the relationship. One person is timid, the other person is outspoken, but you're not communicating. You don't know where is this. It's going to cost tears. It will waste a lot of people's time. He will waste your time, she will waste your time. So you just need to understand. I mean, I feel sorry for women who stay in relationship for 4 5 years, waste 5 years of their life in a relationship that is not going nowhere. Ask, where is this going? I mean, there's no harm in it. If he was gonna go, he will still go. But ask and have the understanding for yourself. And if you want to be there, let it be your choice to be there. So understanding is very vital. The third level of this relationship we're talking about of
Creating
creating
A loving
a loving
relation.
relationship. The third level of creating a loving relationship is faith level. I mean, this is very, very important that you get to
Get to
be
believe.
get you that you pass the communication level, you
Mm.
understand this person, and
Mm.
you have faith in what you understand
Mm.
about this person.
Mm. Mm.
Because you can't follow a person that you don't believe in. It will not last if you do not believe in the person. When
Mm.
there is a test, you cannot stand, you can't fight for what you don't believe in. Because every relationship, I will say, somehow
Mm.
have their midnight, their
Mm.
challenging phase,
Mm.
the phase that they have to fight for each other. So how do
Mm.
you fight for what you don't believe? How do you stake your life for what you don't understand and you don't believe? So it is very important that you believe it in each other, you believe in each other's dream, each other's passion, you believe in each other's vision, the future that each other has, that you plan, that you believe in each other. It is very, very, very important. You
Mm.
cannot overlook some things and think, okay, he will
Mm.
change.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
Mm.
what can I say? He's
Mm. He's going through a phase.
is
Mm.
going through a phase, like maybe
Mm.
he's a pastor now, let me put
Mm.
it that way. He's
Mm.
a pastor now, and you said, no, I believe he will change.
Mm.
I don't really want to marry a pastor, but I do believe he will further his education and maybe he will go into engineering or medicine.
Mm.
My dear, don't believe for yourself. Ask him if he's going to change.
Mm.
Because really, you can't make him do what he doesn't want to
Mm.
do. So it's very important that from the beginning you communicate about it, you understand that it's going to change, so it will help you have faith. It will help you believe, because what you believe is what you can fight for, is
Mm.
what you have the grace to work with.
Mm.
So you can't work with a person that you don't believe in their
Mm.
vision. if
Mm.
if a husband is doing what the wife does not believe in,
Mm.
how do you help the husband? Because the wife is an helpmate, is a helper. How do you help in something that you don't believe in? Your relationship is already struggling from day one.
Mm.
So you have to be in a
Yes.
space there where you can believe in each other, where you can step in for each other, where you can stand for each other. So
Mm.
I mean, believing in your spouse is vital. And if you're not married yet, it is after you have communicated with the person, you understand the person, and you have faith in the person. I mean, like a woman, I remember when my husband proposed, I believed so much that I know my parents, I know how they will accept him, what I can say to make them believe in him. I try to make them see what was not visible yet, because I could see, I believe so
Mm.
much that I could see the future that was not even there. I
Mm.
bought into it so
Mm.
much that I did not
Thank you,
need
baby.
anyone
Thank you.
to
Thank you.
be nice. I didn't need anyone to convince me. So all I wanted to do was to help them see what I
Mm.
foresee, what I'm seeing. It
Mm.
was to help them, because I knew, I mean, I would go with or without them, but I need them to see that
Amen.
this man has a future, that I mean, to be able to see beyond the present.
Mm.
So if you don't believe, if you're not even convinced
Mm. How
yourself,
will you
how
convince
would you
others?
convince others?
Mm.
If you take him to your parents and they say,
Mm.
what does he do? And you
Mm.
say, he
Mm.
just finished school. So what does he
Mm.
want to do? And you
Mm.
start, well, he doesn't really know yet. He's still thinking. You
Mm.
see, the economy now in South Africa, things are very I mean, you're not making any sense. You need to be convinced beyond
Mm.
doubt,
Reasonable doubt. Mm.
reasonable doubt. You
Mm.
need to be convinced enough to be able to convince your parents who
Mm.
don't see what you see. So it is vital, it is of importance that you believe in your spouse, because there come a time in a person's life that even your spouse or your partner may doubt what they first believed in.
Mm.
The vision that they told you that it was God that gave them. Challenges can come so much that they wonder, was it really God? And
Mm.
you who believed, who saw with them, you are the one to say, remember what you say at this point. Remember where you say go. You are the one to encourage them. But if you did not even believe, how then
Mm.
do you encourage the person? How
Mm.
do you be a shoulder to lean on? How do
Mm.
you stand by that person if you did not believe? So it's
Mm.
very important. And likewise, the other person, you need your spouse to stand by you, to encourage you, to motivate you, to be that rock, to be your strength when you are weak. But if you don't believe in each other, how possible is this? So it's
Mm.
very important that you've come to a place where you fully, fully believe in your partner. so that you can build a better relationship. If not, it's very challenging to do so.
Thank you very much, my dear. Thank you for believing in me and
You know
convincing
I did. You know.
convincing everyone to believe. Listen, guys, the Bible says anything that is done without faith is sin. To be honest, it doesn't even need to proclaim it's sin. It's just trying to say it may not work. It won't work
True.
out. That's the truth. Sin to me is something that will not work out at the long run because, like the Bible said, there is a way that seemeth right to a
Right.
man, but the end leads to destruction.
Destruction. True.
So the truth is that if you don't believe in something and you set out to do it, it will fail because you will not be able to stand the test of that thing, the test of the relationship, the test of whatever you're engaging in. So, the same way we advise that these are the levels of building a loving relationship. First, you communicate, you understand, and you believe. Now, you must come to a point where you can believe the things that your partner has spoken to you about, where you can also believe in your partner. Because you see, especially if you're a lady who has to be led by this man, how do you follow a person you don't believe in?
Mm.
And the same thing too, if you're a man who has to have somebody to support you, how do you work with somebody who doesn't believe in you? It simply means, or somebody you don't believe in. It simply means, you cannot work together because there is no faith in each other.
True.
So believing in each other is not something that we really need to overemphasize. It's something you need to understand that until you have believed in your partner, there can be no true love. There is no true love without faith. Hear what I'm saying? There is no true love without faith. And that is why you see our call, our walk in the kingdom begins by faith. God calls us by faith. We believe in Him by faith. And from faith, He is taking us to love because love is the greatest. You cannot love a God you don't believe in, it's not possible. So you can love a person that you don't believe in. So if you know that there are limitations between you and somebody you love or somebody you want to build a loving relationship with, there are limitations, between both of you that you cannot really believe in the person. Sit down and communicate. Talk to your partner. Talk to, the person you are trying to build a relationship with. Ask the person questions that can clear your doubt because where there is no faith, there is doubt. And where there is no faith, there is fear. And the Bible says perfect love casted away all fear.
True.
So you cannot talk about perfect love without faith because without faith, there will be fear, fear of some kind, fear of what if this person abandons me, fear of what if, this happened, what if this happened. You cannot build a long lasting relationship like marriage with fear. Fear is not supposed to be part of your relationship. So that means that faith has to be there. What is it that limits you from believing in your partner? You have to confront it. You have to work it out. If you are not yet married, you're just beginning a relationship, but you struggle to believe in this person because every day he tells you a new story. Every day he has a new story. Yesterday he told you about this, and you were trying to manage that one. Then tomorrow he puts another thing on top, and it's like, what? Where is this guy going? So you struggle to believe. Listen, slow down, slow down. If you cannot believe the person, don't commit. Don't commit into a relationship that you cannot believe. And if you're already married, listen, you're already in there. Try and work out the faith that you need. Speak to your partner and say, listen, can you stop doing this so I can believe in? Can you, do this, do that? Now, let me say this. You see, one of the things that I see limits some married couples from believing in each other is the fact that a lack of consistency. It's the
True.
fact that their partner is not consistent in something. So today she says, I want to be a dressmaker, and then everything is provided for dressmaking, and then in like 5 months she say, this dress thing is not really working, it's not moving, the economy has changed, now I want to be a caterer. And then like that, please just tell your partner, please, can you help me believe in you by sticking to one thing and proving yourself in something. And it is important, if you're listening to me, if you know why your partner is not believing in you, Please try and change, because you need that faith to be able to progress. You need that faith to be able to work together. Try and change. Sometimes God gives us partners who can help us, who can make us stick to something and produce something. Don't hate your partner for always telling you, no, 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 we are not moving. You have to finish this one before we get here. Don't hate your partner. That is good for you. Because, listen, sometimes if your partner struggles to believe in you, who do you think outside there will really believe in you? I'm just saying, except, your partner, it's not really for you, or your partner is against you. That's a different thing. But you see, this calls our attention to listening to our partner and to trying to convince our partner. It is good that you try to convince your partner to walk along with you, because you need that faith, you need that oneness, you need that unity, both in spirit and physical, to move forward. Don't say, I don't care whether he believes or not, I don't care. Do your part, try to prove yourself, and so you can work together. So having faith in who you want to build a long lasting relationship with is very important. You must have the faith that that person will stick around, that person will walk with you, and that person will move forward with you. Don't go into any relationship with fear or doubt. I repeat, don't go into any relationship with fear or doubt. You see that thing people say they have cold
Cold
feet?
feet.
I don't even know how that works, because for me, I was looking forward for the wedding to finish so I can just take this, my darling, beautiful wife, home. Because I don't understand. How do you have cold feet in something you love? That means there is some doubt, there is some fear. So clear that doubt, clear that fear before you say, I do, before you step into that relationship. So, friends, it is very important. Now, we move from faith to love. It is after you have been able to communicate, understand what you've heard, understand your partner, and also believe in your partner, that you can say that love has been established. Love is established through communication, understanding, and faith.
Sure.
Communication, understanding, and faith. That is how you establish a loving relationship. Now, when you have established a loving relationship, you understand that love is more about giving than receiving. I say to people, love is a give and take. It is not a take and give. So when you've come to this point, make up your mind to show love to your partner, express love. You see, most people have love in their hearts. They can swear by anything that they love their partner, but the partner doesn't feel the love. The partner too can swear that this person doesn't love him or her. So what good is a thing that is not being felt, or that does not make impact? So now what you have to do is to learn how to express the love you have to your partner. Find out the way your partner wants to be loved. Find out the way your partner wants to be treated. And do not try to impose your own way on your partner. It's like the love language thing. Some people just want to, they believe that, okay, since I like this, maybe I like quality time, so my partner should like quality time. So every time, you spend time with your partner, you believe that should be something your partner should be satisfied with. But your partner is not into quality time. Your partner may be into words of affirmation. Your partner may be into receiving gifts, into acts of service, into physical touch. Learn to know what your partner truly desires and give what the person desires, and you will have a happy and beautiful relationship. Listen, I say to people, the greatest enemy of love is selfishness. Selfishness is when you think about yourself alone. It's about you. It's about what works for you. There are a lot of people who have communicated, understood, they've believed, but they don't allow, that love to flow, because they are always thinking about themselves alone. It's about me. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like that. Have you ever thought, what does your partner like? What does this person like? How can I make you happy? How can I please you? Especially those who are married, who are in a relationship already. Please Focus on pleasing your partner. God gave you eyes that you can't see your face, so you can see the face of your partner. So you can focus on your partner. You can focus on beautifying, on impacting your partner's life. That is the reason God gave us face. We can't see our face except we use a mirror. He wants us to focus on other people. So, friends, don't allow selfishness, self centeredness destroy a loving relationship that God has given to you. Don't allow your past to come in a loving relationship that you're trying to build. Try and be open, be honest, be giving, see how you can make the life of your partner better. Remember, I believe a loving relationship is about helping one another.
Sure.
That's what I believe. So you come to a point where you focus on helping each other become better, not just yourself. And one of the things I've discovered is that the more you help your partner become better, the better you become.
Sure.
Yeah, somehow it comes back to you. So, and you are able to now work together and build something beautiful.
That's true.
So love is a beautiful thing.
That's true. And the thing is, love is not as complicated as people think it is. If you truly love, you don't need to be told everything that you need to do, because love is creative. Love is after pleasing. Love is caring. Love is kind. When you truly love a person, you look for ways to make the person happy. Love is intentional, is intentionally looking out for the best interest of another person, to care for someone else, is going out of your way, is sacrificial, is looking beyond yourself, is looking beyond what makes you happy and thinking, what can I do for my partner? What can I do to make him happy? Is looking after their well-being. So when you truly love your partner, you don't need to be, everything does not need to be spelled out on what you can do for them. You look for what to do for them. You look for how to make them happy. You look for ways to care for them. So if a person say, I love my spouse yet, or I love my partner yet, you associate in your own ways that it has to be your way or highway. I mean it wouldn't really go that far. So love is going beyond yourself. And when you truly love a person, it reflects in the way that you speak to the person. It reflects in your actions. It reflects in your words. Like I mentioned before. So it's very important that we've come to a place where we truly love, because if you don't truly love your partner, really, you will not, your relationship will not stand a test of time, because you cannot fight for what you don't love. It's love that conquers mistakes. It is love that fights, that forgives. It is love that you can look beyond some things, that you
That
can
overcomes.
overlook, that overcomes, that overlook. We without love, everything is just a problem. The person's voice is annoying to you. Just the sight of a person is disgusting. Without love, opposite of love is hate. So you will literally, though you are in a relationship, you communicated, you understood, you had faith, but if you don't love the person, he's not gonna
And
go far.
despise.
You can despise the person. The person can make mistake. Instead of resolving the mistake,
Correcting nicely.
correcting with love, you look down and despise the person, and it just makes everything complicated without love. But if there is love, then you can correct in a good way. If there is love, you can communicate in a way that your spouse can understand and take the correction. It's not every time that you will have to be shouting at your spouse and screaming, are you a child? Or you behaving like a child? Talking to a person in a manner that you don't even want to be spoken to. So when there is love, it will show in different things that you do. It will show in your action. When your spouse says, I don't like this, I would prefer this. You would listen. You won't say, that is what I make. You take it or leave it. That doesn't communicate love. So love goes beyond ourselves. It is vital that we cultivate on love. And love doesn't just happen. We have to work on it. We have to give life to it. We have to, by communicating, saying what we want, what we do not want, how we would love to be treated, and paying attention to how our spouse wants to be treated, and doing so. Doing what they say. Not that we just listen and we don't implement anything. And every time you fight over the same mistake, over the same thing, that means that someone is not paying attention. So when you
Yeah.
truly love and you care about a person, you pay attention to what they say. You don't just sit and listen for them to finish and so you can walk away, or you don't just sit and so that they don't say you didn't sit, but you don't hear anything that he said. Because if you don't listen and you don't pay attention, it's gonna repeat itself. So when you truly love, you go beyond yourself to make the other person happy in any way possible.
Yeah, thank you very much, my dear. So, friends, we're wrapping up here. You've heard how to build a loving relationship, how to create one from nothing. So, if you have somebody you are eyeing, somebody that you
Checking
have
out.
interest in, listen. You can go forward and establish a communication. I believe in this generation, even ladies can start a communication with a man, but I will prefer that the man proposes to the woman, except I think you want to do it differently with your partner. I don't know, but you can establish a communication. You can talk to, the man, get to know the person. How are you doing and all that. And to be honest with you guys, I want to say this. Ladies, I want to give you a secret before I leave today. If you want to catch a man's heart, find out how to help him. Remember that the Bible says, I will make a helper for the man. If you want to catch a man's heart, find out how to help him. Every man is looking for a woman who will help them become better, who will help them progress, not the one who is there to take. Some ladies are for the taking. Now, let me tell you something. I'm being serious. Let me tell you
Please
something.
take us.
When the man wants to make a decision, I mean, a man with a sound mind. I don't mean the one that has been manipulated or brainwashed or something. A man with a sound mind, he is going to go for the woman who is helping him. He is going to go for the one who is adding value to his life. That is the truth. He might have 100 ladies around him, but with a sound mind, he's going to go for that. So I'm giving you ladies a secret. When you meet a man you will want to keep, a man you truly care about, make sure he feels your help. Find a way to help him. And for the men, when you meet a woman whom you truly like, you care about, make sure you show her love. Let it not be about sex, guys. It's not just, you want to have sex, you want to have sex. Everybody wants to have sex with her. Can't you do it differently? Can't you, show some love and relax? So that's the thing. That's why, sometimes you get surprised that he categorizes you with every other person, but you think you're different. If you are different, do it differently. So show love. Keep the sex part away for now. Let her know that you will wait. You will wait till she says yes. She says I do. And all that. Then you will get that, and she will trust you even after the marriage. So guys, let's do it differently. Let's do it different. It is possible to create a loving relationship. Communicate, understand, have faith, and build love on top of that.
Sure.
And I pray that God will help you, strengthen you, open your eyes to the right person if you have not yet found the person, and connect you with your right partner in the name of Jesus. And I pray
Amen.
for the couples that are watching us today that may your marriage turn around for good. If
Amen.
there are limitations to the prosperity of your marriage, today we uproot them and cast them away. I pray that there will be communication, there will be understanding in your marriage, there will be faith, and love will prosper in your marriage, in your relationship, in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
And guys, today I just want to encourage you. Please share this video with others. Like our page, be part of what we're doing. We are having a women's fulfill women's conference coming up on is it August 27th?
27 of
Yeah,
August.
at Mercure Hotel. If you're in Johannesburg, you are in South Africa, you want to come in from other province, you're free. It's gonna be very
It
impactful.
will be
There,
great.
there are lined up of speakers that are gonna impact your life in a way you've never been impacted before. It's a program for the women. And for the men, we are having what we call men's leading men's summit. It's going to happen in September 17th. It's Saturday at Mercure Hotel in Randburg, the same venue. Please turn up, register, be part of it. It's going to bless your life. It's going to help you to know how to lead your family, how to lead wherever, how to build your businesses, how to do great exploits that you've been desiring to do. So we are here for you, and we're planning a couples event in November. It's going to be wonderful. So
Amen.
please stay in touch. Like our page, you can find our YouTube. We have a lot of messages there on YouTube, love and relationship. Find it on YouTube. Listen to those messages. They will give you understanding in building a loving relationship. Remember, the Bible says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." You need knowledge to have a successful relationship. Just like you need knowledge to succeed in anything, you need knowledge to succeed in your relationship. And God has graced us with that knowledge to share with you. So please value what you hear and practice it. We look forward to seeing you again next time. We do this once a month, I think every last Tuesday of the month. Join us again next time. But until then, God bless you. Stay
Bye.
connected. Bye for now.